scariest about Donald Trump's cabinet. Right now, we're in the wilderness, an uneasy time between the end of Joe Biden's term and start of second Donald Trump presidency. None of us knows exactly how an emboldened Trump will govern, or if Republican senators will take their role to advise and consent seriously, but we can glean quite a bit from the rollout of Trump's cabinet. There are some fairly conventional picks, one of whom even worked for George Soros. Others have expressed controversial and extreme views. Still, whether sane or crazy, all of Trump's cabinet picks will presumably have to perform like skilled propagandists, praising him like a newscaster in North Korea. Newscaster. Of course, if we know anything from the first Trump administration, is that a lot can happen in a very short period of time. Just look at former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. A week ago, he was gearing up to be Attorney General, and now after his nomination unraveled amid allegations of misconduct, which he denies, he's on Cameo. His bio reads simply, "I served in Congress. Trump nominated me to U.S. Attorney General. That did not work out. Once I fired the House Speaker with videos starting at $500, you can get Gaetz to record a custom message completing, it seems, the first Attorney General candidate to Cameo pipeline." Now, with Gaetz gone, there is oxygen to focus on some of Trump's other cabinet nominees, and there's much to worry about. And you can turn to Pete Hegseth, who, while having been a weekend Fox and Friends host, does not necessarily have the qualifications to lead a 3 million person strong organization, the Department of Defense, and has also been accused of assault, which he denies. And in addition, Trump tapped known vaccine skeptic Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to run the Department of Health and Human Services, and Bashar al-Assad booster Tulsi Gabbard to be Director of National Intelligence. And not to mention, there's whatever Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are planning to get up to in the newly created Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE for short. And the writer says, but for me, the scariest cabinet pick, and one likely sail through the GOP majority Senate, is Russell Vought, who'd be returning to run the Office of Management and Budget. And you'll remember, Vought is the co-author of the Heritage Foundation Blueprint for a Second Trump Term, Project 2025, widely unpopular policy book that had about 13% support among registered voters. According to one poll, the playbook is so unpopular that Trump disavowed its contents. This summer, he says, "I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who's behind it. I disagree with some of the things they're saying," he wrote, adding that some of its assertions are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal. And as I noted, the writer says, Trump in July can try distancing himself from Project 2025, that his extremist agenda for America is written all over it. What makes Vaught's nomination so troubling is that he is not some TV personality or crank who had a brain worm. Vought is widely competent. In his Project 2025 chapter, Vought wrote in favor of the aggressive use of vast powers of the executive branch and depicted the OMB as playing a key role in this effort, as The Guardian notes. According to Vought, the office needs to be intimately involved in all aspects of the White House policy process, and that's not all. The long, difficult road ahead of returning to our beloved Constitution starts with being honest with ourselves. It starts by recognizing that we are living in a post-constitutional time, Vought wrote in 2022. Post-constitutional sounds bad. Given Trump's erratic nature, he could change direction on a whim. He also needs to be loved by his people, and Vought's proposals may be very unpopular and hard to sell, but for now at least, Trump appears to be on the same wavelength as Vought, who has suggested that the incoming president will be a wrecking ball for the administrative state on day one. And as Trump wrote upon nominating Vought, Russ knows exactly how to dismantle the deep state and end weaponized government. And this is by Vanity Fair on DNYUZ. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.